Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
The reports of scandals in Washington seem to be growing in number by the day, and as far as most conservatives are concerned, that's a really good thing. The lack of outrage on the part of Republicans when icons like Harvey Weinstein was probably extremely confusing for many on the left. Because while conservatives promote a scandal-free lifestyle, we don't live with our heads in the sand. Most of us just assumed that this madness was happening in Hollywood and Washington, but that the deep pockets doing the dirty deeds were keeping it quiet. As it turns out, we were right, and the recent flood of reports of abuse of power and outright criminal aggression only further confirms our suspicion that the PC utopia that the left wants to push off as the end result of the nation giving into liberalism is no more than a sham. If there are any more proof needed that the misconduct in Washington is completely out of control, the Gateway pundit reports that a new Democrat might be taking the prize for most willing to spend taxpayer dollars on his abuse of power. Representative John Conyers is being accused of not only harassing more than one woman but flying them around, on a dime. As TGP previously reported, according to Axios reporter Jonathan Swan, claims against Democrat Al Franken are the very tip of the congressional iceberg. The next wave is coming, says Swan. Congress has a rampant sexual harassment problem. In fact, the problem is so bad that female lawmakers and aides keep a creep list of men who are notorious for lewd behavior. It was revealed Monday evening that one congressman who settled a harassment suit in 2015 was Democrat Representative John Conyers. According to affidavits, Conyers used taxpayer money to fly women into D.C. to meet with him in hotel rooms. The documents were first provided to BuzzFeed News by Mike Cernovich. Independent journalist Mike Cernovich teased from his Twitter account Sunday evening following the Axios report. Ranking Democrat on major committee accused of several harassment by multiple women. Huge scandal developing, Cernovich tweeted. On Monday Cernovich tweeted tonight over his Sunday night teaser. It's become increasingly evident that media bias keeps some of these reports from us. But you know that things have gotten very bad when even an ultra-liberal outlet, like BuzzFeed, is ready to spill the dirt on the Dems and their shady deals. BuzzFeed reports. Michigan Representative John Conyers, a Democrat and the longest-serving member of the House of Representatives, settled a wrongful dismissal complaint in 2015 with a former employee who alleged she was fired because she would not succumb to his sexual advances. Documents from the complaint obtained by BuzzFeed News include 4 signed affidavits, 3 of which are notarized, from former staff members who allege that Conyers, the ranking Democrat on the powerful House Judiciary Committee, repeatedly made sexual advances to female staff that included requests for sexual favors, contacting and transporting other women with whom they believed Conyers was having affairs, caressing their hands sexually, and rubbing their legs and backs in public. 4 people involved with the case verified the documents are authentic. BuzzFeed also reported that staffers were tasked with flying women in for Conyers using congressional resources. One affidavit from a former female employee states that she was tasked with flying in women for the congressman. One of my duties while working for Rep. Conyers was to keep a list of women that I assumed he was having affairs with and call them at his request and, if necessary, have them flown in using congressional resources, said her affidavit. A second staffer alleged in an interview that Conyers used taxpayer resources to fly women to him. Former employees also said that Conyers made it very clear that if they performed personal favors it would lead to salary increases and promotions. It was well known Conyers was having affairs with multiple female staffers. He often made sexual advances towards women and grew angry if they brought their husbands around. Even more egregious, Conyers' victims were paid a settlement in exchange for their silence out of taxpayer money after a long, daunting process. John Boehner was House Speaker when these settlements were made. BuzzFeed reached out to his Spox and they have not responded with a comment. Conyers' wife is also a crook. As the Gateway pundit previously reported, Former Detroit City Council President Monica Conyers was sentenced to 37 months in prison for bribery charges in March of 2010. Read the full report by BuzzFeed here. If ever there were a time for a full inquiry and swamp draining, now is the time. We're at a point where no one is able to trust their representatives because of who might be covering for whom. According to Representative Jackie Speier, a Democrat from California, you and I, the taxpayers, who have paid upwards of $15 million in sexual harassment lawsuits against members of Congress. And that's just the funds we know of, not counting what is being covered up elsewhere. Washington has been run by dirty politicians for far too long. It's time to take back our representation and send congressmen and women with integrity. H/T, The Gateway Pundit. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.